Oog. I love girl. Girl loves Boog. It is a bad situation. Boog and I are very different people. For example, we have different jobs. My job is rock thrower. I will explain what that is. There are many rocks all over the place, and people are always tripping on them. So when I became a man, at age 11, the old person said to me, "Clear are the rocks." Since that day 10 years ago, I have worked very hard at this. Boog's job is artist. I will explain what that is. When he became a man, the old person said to him, "Cut down the trees so we may have a place to live." However, Boog did not want to do this. So now he smears paint in caves. He calls his smears pictures. Everybody likes to look at them. But the person who likes to look at them most of all is girl.
Many call the distance between dreams and reality action because it requires an action to progress forward towards that dream. If no action is taken, the dream will eventually deteriorate due to time. For example, take Oog, a shy caveman struggling to talk to the girl of his dreams. However, he soon learns that in order to get the girl, he must build up confidence and courage to take the leap of faith to love himself. I Love Girl by Simon Rich.
I love girl. When I look at her, I feel sick, like I am going to die. I've never had the great disease! Obviously because I am still alive. But my uncle explained it to me. He said you feel tightness in your chest and you cannot breathe and you have anger towards the gods. I was going to ask him to explain more, but then he died. My point is, girl makes me feel this way, like I am going to die. There are many women in this world. By last count, 7. But she is the only one I have ever loved. Girl lives on Black Mountain. It is called Black Mountain because 1, it is mountain, and 2, it is covered in black rocks. Every day, girl has to climb over rocks to get to a river. But girl has small legs, so she is constantly getting stuck in them. One day, I decided I will clear path from girl's cave to river. Wow! I'm clearing path in secret by light of the moon. The reason being is I am afraid to talk to girl. More truth, I am bad at making words. Boog is very good at making words. Last week he showed off his new picture at the main cave. Everyone was expecting it to be a horse or a bear. But this was not of any animal. It was just a bunch of red streaks.
My art is smart, and anyone who does not get it is stupid.
A few seconds later, everyone else got it.
Do you like it, Oog?
Everybody stopped making words and looked at me. It is smart.
Ah, then why don't you explain it to us?
People started laughing. I looked up at girl, and she was not laughing, but she could hear everybody else laughing, and that was just as bad.
I'm tired now from talking to people who are less smart. I'm gonna go mate with girl now.
Girl must really love Boog because He has many flaws. He never smiles or shares his meat with anyone. He is rude to the old person and will not rub his feet. And he isn't very down to earth. For example, one day he stood on the big rock and said,
"You should all worship me, for I am the living God."
Maybe he is right. I do not know how all that works. But he doesn't have to say it on the rock. Boog's worst flaw, though, is that he disrespects girl. It is subtle, but if you watch him very, very closely, you can tell. For example, sometimes he orders girl to mate with him in front of crowds, like he is talking to dog. If I owned girl, I would only ask her to mate with me in front of crowds if she felt like she was in the mood to do that. I decided to become an artist. Maybe artist is a hard job. That is not for me to say. But I would be surprised if it was as hard job as rock thrower. I decided to make my picture of a horse because I knew that was a thing. It took a long time for many reasons. One, I could only work nights because of my day job. And two, it was my first time making art. Finally, after many days of work, I finished my picture. I was about to add my handprint when I heard a familiar laugh. I turned and Boog was there.
Wow, that's a smart picture! You are really smart!
Thank you!
I was being sarcastic!
I'm glad you like my picture!
The picture is bad, okay? It stinks. I do not like it.
I was beginning to see what he meant. My plan had been to show my picture to girl, but I had started to worry that she would not like it. The reviews so far have not been great. I was proud of the picture when I painted it, but people's words had made me ashamed. I decided it was best to destroy it before girl could find out about it.
Don't destroy it yet! There's still someone who wants to see it.
He grabbed her by the arm and thrust her in front of my picture. It was bad situation.
Tell Oog what you think of it. I do not like it. You are not smart. I love Boog, and not you.
I stood there in silence. Hot water came out of my eyeballs.
Let's go!
She started to follow him. As she was leaving, she paused to take a rock from my pile.
Let's go!
She followed him into the woods, still holding the rock in her hand. That night, I heard a strange sound. I headed outside. Girl! She was standing at the edge of the forest, a black rock in her hand.
I came to say thank you.
I was confused. For what?
For clearing me a path.
How did you know it was me?
I took a rock from your pile. I compared it to the ones on my mountain. They're the same kind. Thank you for clearing a path. You are good at clearing paths.
For the second time that night, hot water came out of my eyeballs.
I'm sorry I said those mean things about your picture. Boog made me.
Does that mean you like my art? She looked at my horse, and she hesitated.
It's interesting. But you know what I really like? Your rock pile.
Can I impregnate you?
What?
I know I'm not smart like Boog, but I will work hard to clear paths for you. and when you have child, I will work hard to clear paths for the child as well. I will work hard to clear paths for both you and child until I die by monster or by the great disease. I will work hard to clear paths for you so that you can go any place you want.
What about Boog?
I will murder him. She smiled and kissed me on the cheek. It was how I'd been in my dreams. Girl explained that she never really loved Boog. He just seemed like her only option. No one else had asked to mate with her. The other 6 men on Earth, including me, had been too afraid. The next day, I took a large rock and I stuck it against Boog's head until his skull cracked open and he died. The next day, Girl and I went swimming. We decided to have many children. 1, 2, maybe a higher number. I love Girl. Girl loves me. It is good situation.